That was so wild. Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I am one of those. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today, little green day, with a VeVe, OMI, DEVVE, Definity, daCAT, SHIRO update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. My eye is still not great. However, it is much better than it was yesterday. So we're going to go over a couple of things today. What do we have? Oh, we do have a lot. All right. So first, I want to go over that today, 14 April 2025, you now have all volumes of Ruby available on digital platforms. RWBY. It is for Ruby, Weiss, Blake, and Yang. It is one of the greatest cartoons, I think, that fighting anime cartoons that I've seen in a dog's age, in a long time. And we have Viz Media, and we do not have any Ruby stuff. David, you get your stuff together. We need to get some Ruby. We have Viz Media. We should be able to get this bread. Anyway, I'll get back to that later. What do we have from yesterday? Actually, let's go over the markets here. Take a look at what. So normally you have on Sunday night, you normally have Bitcoin kind of be pushed down, and then as Bitcoin gets pushed down, usually on Monday morning, that's when everyone kind of buys it. But that didn't happen last night. What happened was 12 hours. Yeah, let's do like 24 hours ago. Actually, it was down to like 83.5, 83.6. Wound up getting to about 85.6 today at 84.6, 84.5 right now. This is despite some of the news that we had. Some of the news being the stocks were pumping hard today. Goldman Sachs CEO expresses support for President Trump's efforts to negotiate and strengthen U.S. trade. President Trump's economic advisor, Hassett, says that there was no insider trading at the White House. Of course he does. And then Michael Saylor had bought 3,459 Bitcoin worth $285 million. So obviously that helping the price. You had a Japanese company, I forget the name of it, but a Japanese company buy another X amount of millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin as well. So clearly the big dogs are eating. Historically, every time the S&P 500 tests the 200-week moving average, it signals a market bottom, often followed by a strong rally in the market. Recently, the S&P 500 came very close to that key level again. If this marks the bottom, the coming months would be massive for crypto. Oh my God, what the heck? Is that what's going to happen? I'm not sure. However, some stuff that is pro-America, which will be pro-Bitcoin, is that NVIDIA is going to invest $500 billion in the U.S. to expand AI infrastructure. The SEC did delay Grayscale spot Ethereum ETF staking, and I'm not 100% sure why. You did have digital asset investment products see $795 million of outflows last week, marking the third consecutive week of declines and bringing in total outflows since February of $7.2 billion, nearly wiping out the year-to-date inflows. However, strategy, again, I mentioned before, they had acquired 3,459 Bitcoin. And Visa is joining Paxos Robinhood stablecoin consortium, says sources. So for Michael Saylor and his MicroStrategy, they bought this Bitcoin at $82,618 per Bitcoin. They have achieved a Bitcoin yield of 11.4% year-to-date 2025. And as of April 13, 2025, they now hold 531,644 Bitcoin, acquired for $35.92 billion at $67,556 per Bitcoin. Absolutely wild. Canada is going to launch a Solana ETF on April 16th, so we have a couple of days for that. I think that's pretty bullish for Solana. Even though they don't have a ton of money, the fact that they're doing it is going to be great. And crypto bank Anchorage is probed by U.S. Homeland Security. Not 100% sure why. You had a bunch of memes today because El Salvador's President Bukele had arrived at the White House to meet President Trump. So both of them with like those blaring red eyes. Everyone's just like, send it. Trump said the stock market is very strong after getting used to tariffs, and yeah, they kind of are. Also, President Trump says that the European Union has come forward to negotiate a new deal. They are not the only ones. You did have another Where was it? I know we had another one. Oh, the EU trade chief and US officials meet to negotiate a new trade deal, but I think it was Venezuela. I'm looking for it right now. Oh, no, Argentina's president, Javier Milei, says that he's ready to sign a new trade deal with the US. So a lot of this is pretty bullish news on the day. Despite that, there hasn't been a ton of super positive stuff on the market. Everything's pretty flat on the day. Bitcoin's up like 1%, ETH's up like 1.7. I don't think anything else is up 1% in that top 10. But it wasn't negative. So again, it's pretty flat. Now let's get to the stuff that we all love talking about. OMI had a wicked, what was it, like 20-ish% gain yesterday. Completely wiped out today, down about 15% to 00020. We are actually, if you see 24 hours ago, it's just like, that is the spike that did happen. If you go over the last 7 days, yeah, you could see it there. Like the spike went uber big, and now we're kind of back to relatively normal. Just before that spike yesterday, we were down in the 0001s. I think it was 001977, and now back to 002036. So not much has changed. I told somebody yesterday, actually earlier this morning, like, hey, we seem to have wiped out all those gains from yesterday. You can start buying now if you want. But again, this is still a big bargain compared to what a lot of other people had bought at. So I told him and a friend of mine today, you can still buy even at these prices, even if the price wasn't down here. Oh God, I got to get to that later. Number 5, had it. Michael Bauman, all right? So Michael Bauman says, I had it, and after I clicked it, I have not seen it again. So what I'm going to go over today is the VeVe gamification details. I will get back to that, going over it now live. I'm going to go to YouTube, and I'm going to take this. I'm going to go to my share button. I'm going to share. All right. Also, if everyone could smash that like button, that'd be great. Only eight likes, and there's 60 people here, so that would be nice. It'd be nice if y'all could do that. Let me go to X and tell him. I mean, he could just go over and see that I'm live on X as well, but I'll give that to him. We will get to that in a bit because there is quite a bit to go over there. Again, for OMI, 2.4 million in volume. I think a lot of that really was from last night. It's probably going to go down to 1.7, 1.5 maybe. $55 million market cap. So again, not really a ton. I think most of this was Mexi and Gate.io, which it was. Gate.io was the most, then Mexi. Then I think after that was OKX, which is fine. So again, last week on the OMI is my homie show, which we'll be doing again tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We did like 2 hours, and yeah, it's still, you can even see it's like a little bruised up in there, but it does feel better today, even though it probably looks worse. Anyway, we did a 2-hour show, and one of the, I don't want to say complaints, one of the biggest, I guess, complaints or pieces of advice or criticism that people give me is to say that, Chavez, I don't have time to listen to a 2-hour show. I don't have time to listen to 45-minute show. Can you break it down to like, 10, 12-minute videos? And Packaging Dude, level 100 over on VeVe has now made a podcast breakdown. I have not messaged him this back. Okay, so listen to it, telling people about it now on live. It's brilliant. I don't know how much trouble it is to make, but everyone agrees that it is very much wanted. So he took me, Dr. Stuff, and Crypto Rain's 2-hour podcast, and which, like, the last several lives that I've done have been around 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours. Even without Dr. Stuff and Crypto Rain. But he took that 2-hour podcast and he cut it down to 11.5 minutes. And I was like, whoa, that was really cool. And the fact that he did that, I don't know how long it took him. I guarantee y'all would probably like to see some of my videos that are not 2 hours, and they cut out all the BS and cut it down to 11.5 minutes. And it wasn't like it wasn't clips of me saying this stuff. It was like a guy and a girl, and they were just talking about, oh yeah, this is what they were talking about as well. And it's like, it is so good. I'll let him upload it. I don't want to give anything away, but I'll let him upload it and do that. Pretty heckin' dope. Anywho, let's keep on going here. From OMI, let's go to DEVVE here real quick. I don't think they had any news over the last 24 hours. They are down about 2.5% on the day to 66 cents. Had a buddy of mine buy a little bit of this today. I told her she has quite a bit of money. So I told her, like, listen, you could chuck it all in over a couple of days, or you can just do a little bit each day. And, we could have one of those things happen where it gets down to 54 cents again, 52 cents. We could have a whole market plunge, go down to 48 cents. We don't know. And if you put it all in here, it's kind of going to suck if you lose like 30% right away. So, but that being said, it's a really good buy here, in my opinion. None of this is financial advice, at 66 cents compared to where it will be in the future. Again, so I'll show you right now. They have obviously the referral program, where if you go in and sign up, you get a link. You get a referral link. So link down below. If you use my link to sign up, you'll get your own referral link. There's a bunch of different ways they incentivize people to do this. So one, they're able to go in and say, hey, if you do these tasks on the website, just like answer questions, follow them on Telegram, et cetera, et cetera. They give you these raffle tickets, and the raffle tickets are, $5,000 worth of DEVVE you can get a whole PS5, you can get this NFT that's worth like $8 grand. You can get merch. So they incentivize you to do that. But also, I'm just going to show y'all here real quick, if it lets me. I have 29 new users created that signed up under me. 7 of them over the last 24 hours. And my referral ranking, what the heck? Okay. My referral ranking is 37, meaning there's 36 people ahead of me, meaning that there are 36 people that have already referred 30, 40, 50, 100 people. And that is just heckin' nuts. I just dropped to 38, which is awesome. I hope I'm number 800, because I hope there's so many more people that go in and refer so many more than me. And that's, so I also, apparently somebody signed up under my VeVe referral code link today. And I was like, can you check to see if it went through? I was like, okay. And when I go to click on like VeVe referral program or type it into Google, it only shows where to apply. It doesn't say to sign in and see like your progress. So I think they do need to fix that to make it easier for people to see their progress. Because I can't sign in. I have no idea where to sign in. Anytime I Google VeVe referral code or VeVe, affiliate program, it only gives me places where to apply, not where to sign in. So obviously the link down below, if you haven't gotten your VeVe account yet, you get $10 free. So that link is down below. But what I'm talking about, the DEVVE referral link is down below. Again, the amount of trading fees is going to be nuts. In the blow off top, everybody knows someone that's super into crypto, and they're going to want to use this exchange because they don't have to give up any type of their assets for it. But just as people are cashing out, cash out $1 million. And okay, well, I was under the impression that fees were typically like 1%, because I just use Coinbase Wallet most of all. But I guess on Coinbase, a lot of them are like 2% or 2.5%. Let's say it's 2%, and somebody they do $1 million in transactions. Okay, well, 2% of that is 20,000. You get 35% of that, and that is pretty heckin' dope. So that's like $7 grand. Like, bruh. Yeah, in the blow off top, everyone here that's signing up to the DEVVE referral program right now, again, link down below, you're going to make uber amounts of money, even if you just refer like a couple of people. Me with my 29, oh God, it's going to be incredible. Because again, everyone's going to use this. This is why I was born. Name that movie. I'll tell you, it's a weird one. It's Space Jam, Bill Murray. It's like they're in like the fourth quarter. They're like the last couple seconds of the fourth quarter. Fourth period, and it's like, this is why I was born. Great movie. Anyway, so for DEVVE here, it wasn't there. There's been like no news. Normally the Telegram's pretty packed, and over the last 24 hours, I don't see anything that's really newsworthy. or even noteworthy here, which is fine. It's the weekend, so I'm pretty chill with that. Pretty chill with it. After that, let's get to DEVVE. Let's go to DEFINITY here real quick. So a buddy of mine bought a little bit of this. It's just she was trying to buy like $4,000 worth, and I was like, girl, there's literally like now $4,200 worth of volume. Like you can't just throw in 4K worth and expect it to not pump the price. Price is going to pump like 12%. But that's the thing. $3.5 million market cap, and okay, so 350,000 would be 10%. 35,000 is 1%. Doing slightly more than 0.1% of the entire market cap bumps it 10%, which is nuts. So she wound up being able to do like $1,000, and it was fine. There was really no bump. Well, I mean, you see the bump, you see where it was. But yeah, anyway, 4,200 in volume, up 2.5% today to 2.25 cents. And we have there's so many messages. I got to get to those later. Again, this is one of those things, stupid undervalued. She was saying like, hey, I know it was down to like 1.3 cents the other week. 2.2 cents, is that still a good buy? I was like, girl, this is an incredible buy. Like absolutely bananas incredible. And she said, okay. Then she YOLO'd. Gonna YOLO. Anyway, let's go to daCAT here real quick and see up 0.18% or 0.2, $99 in volume, $444,000 market cap. This is one of those things, like I said, probably not going to move really until I'm able to go in and pump it myself. It should see a bit of volume after it gets on VeVe Comics, and then eventually after that, being able to get a drop on VeVe. I think it'll do really well after that. Again, we are going to have a decent amount of buybacks. We are going to have a decent amount of merch. Things are slow going, but it's happening. Oh, get out of there. Get out of there. Okay. And then let's do SHIRO. SHIRO has and I promise I'll get to some comments after this. They've had that green wall stuff going on, and they have 2.3 million in volume, down about 7.2% today, but still at a $10 million market cap. Again, I really, really like them. They're giving away 200,000 in prizes, where if you go buy $100 worth of SHIRO, they're giving you $50 extra, like just gifting it to you if you hold it for 2 weeks, which is nuts. Towards the end of this year, because we're getting to the middle of this year, it's already mid-April. The Ides of April are tomorrow, and yeah, towards the end of this year, I'll likely put a decent amount into it. I would say by late July, early August, I'll get enough of it, as long as it stays at these prices. Again, $10 million market cap, really nothing to sneeze at. But if it stays at these prices, even gets even lower, I'll get a bit more. And right now, my thesis or my declaration that I've made to people is that when it gets to $100 million market cap, just a 10x from here, I'll get a SHIRO tattoo. But if I'm able to do what I think I'm able to do, I'll probably lower that to like a $60 or $70 million market cap, maybe 69 million, to get that tattoo. So yeah, we'll keep y'all posted. And then let's do, okay, yeah, that's it for that. Let me get to some of the comments here. Bill Gardner says, boy. Yeah, what up, Bill Gardner? Turtle says, let's go brick by brick, one user at a time. I love that brick by brick saying. Or the For You page on TikTok, where it's always something weird, and the guys are just going, I built this For You page brick by brick. Love that. There's also a Gilmore Girls reference where Paris Geller said, like, if in 50 years I came back here and there was cheerleader drawings on the wall, I wouldn't be able to take it. I'd have to dismantle the place brick by brick until there was nothing left. I love her. Bobby Green says, fight, fight, fight. Gotta always fight. Gotta always fight. Where were we? VeVe Zombie says, yo, what up, Zombie? How's it going, fam? I love that you're always here supporting. Speaking of supporting, I'm gonna make it a short. I crashed out the other day. It was a pink moon, not my fault. I feel like one of those astrology girlies, like, Mercury wasn't retrograde. Of course I was acting a fool. All right, so the other day I was looking up. VeVe had a really cool video for Blackpink that they only posted in South Korea. And I was just like, why post this in just South? Like, this is awesome. This should be on VeVe Instagram. It should be on VeVe Twitter. It should be on VeVe TikTok. And I go to VeVe TikTok. I guarantee it's not there. And it wasn't. And on like the last 2 videos that VeVe had put out on TikTok, I was the only comment supporting. And I was just crashing out. And I was just like, guys, what the fudge? No apologies. I will not make an apology for that. That's y'all need to all get that bread. Anyway, Booth says, hi, Dashi. Oh, yes, I wrote. Somebody asked me the other day what type of fun things I'll do when, blow off top bull market. I'd like to get Dashi a friend. I'd like to get Dashi a cool friend. Maybe a lady friend. We'll see. Who says, and what time, Tony? Oh, God, I don't know. December. I did, honestly... In 2017, the blow off top, specifically for alts, were December through April of 2017, 2018. So it's possible that stuff doesn't really start until December, and you might not see OMI Moon until next year. NFTs were the last to run last cycle. Is that going to be the same this cycle? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Somebody even asked me the question the other day. It's like, asked me it today, actually. It's like, Randy, you said on your stream the other day that OMI, is at a $55-60 million market cap, whatever, and it could still go down from here, from this market cap. And you were buying at a higher market cap though, right? Like you were buying for the last like few years. Why do you think now that it can suddenly go lower? It's like, well, crypto can always go lower, right? Like it's like with anything. But when I was buying, it was in a much better market where you had a lot more people here, you had a lot more people spending, and even in 2022, even like late 2022, or like people were still like kind of bullish. They were still kind of like showing their stuff and doing everything, and it's been the height of I think they had made like $400 million by like the year 2023, right? So they've had like a good year and a half, almost 2 years of like the bad times. And it's like, well, listen, like until that narrative changes and until you get, like we've had one day so far in April where there was over 1,000 users. Now, granted, it was like 2,700 users, but it's just, in the short term, it doesn't look great. You rolled out a whole freaking metaverse and like the price did nothing. You rolled out an affiliate program, price did nothing. You rolled out, Stackers coming out with licenses. I don't know. They before the first half of the year is over. And it's like you're gonna have to wait for it to be cool again. Now, when it does, it's gonna go freaking nuts. That's why I haven't sold. That's why I actually did get a little bit more the other day. But most of my newer stuff is going in DEVVE. Now, granted, this is OMI that I'm talking about here, and yeah, there's still technically 1 to 2 million in volume a day. How much of that is a market maker and how much of that is real volume? I don't know. But again, you could have the Ukraine-Russian war end. You could have China coming to the tariff war. Like you'd have the tariff war not just on a 90-day pause. You could have it over. And then you could have interest rates being cut by the Fed. And if that were to like again, all three of those, obviously we go mega boom, and in 6 months, OMI's like 100x from here. Like NFTs could be next. This could all happen in the next few months, or none of that could happen in the next few months. And we go into, we like Trump just can't do everything the first year. He's got to save some for 2026 because he's got to have stuff to look good for the midterm elections. I don't know. So I told him, like, yeah, it's still, it's not like it's a $10 million market cap or $5 million and there's like no room left to go down. It's still in the tens of millions and there's always room left to go down. And again, I was buying when it was just a much better market. It was much more lively. Now everything's kind of dead. And I'm not just talking about only like digital collectibles or video. I'm just talking like the entire market. Like Trump, although his long-term strategy is going to be super mega bullish for crypto and VeVe and OMI, The last few months have been horrendous for it, and that's just, you know, the reality that we're going to have to live in for the next probably few or several months. So in 2025, I don't know if it does. Does it stay down here for that? I don't know. I hope it does, because I'll get 1 to 2 billion OMI. If the prices stay down here for another 8 to 9 months, I will get 1 to 2 billion OMI. Because at that point, you'll have had DEVVE a run up, Definity would have run up. How to investigate, maybe upload to your channel. Oh yeah, hang on. Yeah, I'll just upload this to my channel then. Yes, let's find a way it helps your community at the same time, increase your traffic. Meow meow meow. The future pro, thank you. Me love you long time. Okay, moving on here. Swampy number 5 says, we out here, we getting this bread. Who says, love you, Randy. Hope your life's going amazing. It's not, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty legit. There's no complaints. I mean, you'd always have the crypto market boom a little more, but for the most part, was that Foxwoods commercial? Life is good, life is sweet. Grab yourself a front row seat. Overall, it's a Green Day, so we're not a basket case. That would be Dookie. I see what you did there. That was great. I love Green Day. Green Day was probably my first favorite band where I was like, bro, like Nimrod, Dookie, 1,000 Sloppy Hours, like the old school stuff. Yeah, good. And then they took, like, you know, After Warning, they said, like, international super hits where it was just 21 well, it was 21 songs, maybe like 18 of them were bangers. There was a couple of them that were like redundant. It was like, you know, I cannot sleep, I lost my voice, sleepless and redundant, cause I love you. Nothing, you know, that was okay. But bro, like, they have like Pop Rocks and Coke, they have like Nice Guys Finish Last, they have like, you know, Longview, Wanna Come Around. Like, that was just staple, like 25 years, 30 years, God, I don't know when, let's say like 25 years ago. So heckin' good. Yeah, Green Day is, love them. Bill Gardner give me those dabs. Hope your eye gets it. It does feel better than yesterday. Yesterday, even today, early this morning, couldn't really open it. And again, it doesn't look great, but it is better than it has been. So I will take the win. Well, we have hit the 000 a couple of times. Now it's been 0001944 or 1977. Really interesting years in U.S. history. So yeah, it could go much lower. I don't know. I mean, it could be it. That could be the bottom. Things could start happening in the market. Again, there's so much bullish stuff that's been happening for crypto. It's just the price has been uberly suppressed, and I can guess why. Like, maybe they want to have it suppressed because the big dogs still want to buy it. Like, again, when you have those large cascading events where stuff falls 10-20%, everyone sells, and then that allows for like the big dogs to just buy it back cheap. Like, guys, do you think like Michael Saylor is selling any of his stuff? Like, oh no, Bitcoin's down 20%. Oh God, what do I do? It's down like 20 something percent since President Trump took office. Should I be selling? This economy's hard. No, this is idiotic. No, he's 100% going in and buying up that bread. Is 100% going in and buying every week. As is a bunch of other countries, as is a bunch of other companies. However, again, in the short term, I have no idea. We could, I think it was Ash Crypto Real, had gone over and said, like, hey, we're still actually in a downtrend for Bitcoin, so it still could go to like 64K. And whether it does do that or not, I don't know. Who knows? Again, scared people with tariffs, scared people with the trade war. I don't think you can scare them again with more of this stuff. Maybe, I mean, they haven't used the terrorism card in a while. Maybe they say, oh, terrorism in the streets, terrorism here, terrorism. I don't know. I feel like that would make Trump look very weak, and Trump is probably not going to want to look weak. So I don't think he would use that card. But there's only so long that they can keep the price suppressed for. Like you can't put that toothpaste back in the tube. Like every time Bitcoin is bought, there's especially by Michael Saylor and all these other companies, there's less and less Bitcoin able to be manipulated like that. So again, the bottom could be in, or it could not be in. Again, we could hit 00011, and I would get 2 billion OMI if DEVVE goes up in that time. We'll see. I'll keep y'all. Posted. Who says, "Are you still buying Illuvium hitting $10?" I haven't bought Illuvium in a while. I might. Oh God, I'll get fudge. Okay. I'll get that later. I haven't bought Illuvium in a while. It's $11.04. I mean, it's despite it being down like 90+%, 99%, whatever it is, it's still an $82 million market cap. Actually, if it keeps going this way, OMI will actually surpass it. I'm still not gonna. If my other stuff pumps, then yeah, but I have what I have. Same with Flow. Let's take a look at Flow here. It's at like 35 cents. Like, wasn't this like $1.35 last year? I think it was like $1.65 at one point. This will be $20, $30, but yeah, this is. I mean, from down and now it's number 126. It used to be like number 80 in the top 100. Now, I mean, it's still 126, so it's not terrible. Yeah, I'll get into these. Honestly, I don't even know if I would, because it's just such a high market cap already. Still at $500 million market cap. I don't know if I'd really want to. Flow, I really tell people, if they're new to crypto and like, okay, maybe they have a Coinbase, or it's easy for me to get them to be like, okay, get a Coinbase just to buy Flow because it's on there. It's super safe, super undervalued. Any new client I get, I don't think I'd tell them that, because if I'm managing money, or if they're crypto savvy, it's like, okay, get DEVVE, get OMI, get Definity. Maybe Spore. I really have to look more into Spores, because apparently and I have a little bit of Spores, but apparently their network is just always used, and the $231,000 market cap is stupid low. Especially when the trading volume is 181K. Yeah, this is stupid low. I should probably get more of this. And even Earth 2's Essence, I'm sure this is 3.2 cents. Crazy undervalued. So there's just a lot of other stuff that has a potential for massive ROI. And again, Flow honestly, Flow could, from here, it could probably do like a 50x, $15, give or take. Like 7, give or take. Yeah, $30. $30 might be a lot. It's 100x from here, but I didn't expect it to get down here. But Essence, I think, will go a bit harder. But does Flow run first? I don't know. We don't know. Lots of stuff out there. Anyway, I'll get to the rest of the comments in a bit. I do have a bit of news to go over. Where was I? All right, yesterday. I don't know where I sat from yesterday. OTC deals. Yep, right over. Avant-Garde. Haven't heard of this game in a while, right? Didn't they tell us in like 2022 that the Akomi game was coming? Damage display. You can now toggle damage display in the menu to see attack type to enemy relationships. Green equals resistant, yellow is neutral, sparking yellow is type weakness, big red equals critical. And they go in and they tag Game Maker Engine on this update. Now, Game Maker Engine has 100,000 followers over on X. I didn't really get a look at any of their engagement off of their tweets. Maybe when this comes out, maybe it helps OMI a little bit. It's just been, we've been teased about this for years. And again, obviously, in order to make a game, especially one that's fun, you have to, it takes a while. Indie games take a while. But yeah, when that comes out, maybe it helps a little bit. Who knows? That was a laser digital stuff. I didn't need to go over that. Ruby. Children War, more themes. Oh, have you guys ever seen the Dr. Seuss Midnight paintings. They're really strange, really weird. I don't even want to go over them. Mr. MC1 has posted Blackpink. Wow, super scarce diamond edition Blackpink are on fire in the VeVe official market. This was yesterday, going over all of the stuff. Let's take a look now. Now that they've all been out for 1 to 2 days, let's see. Well, let's take a look. All right, Jenny for the common. Let's go here. Okay, all right. What was it? Okay, not bad, not bad. Uncommon. Let's see how many uncommons were sold. My body, it hurts. 3, so it's 293. Okay, let's see. Secret rare. See how much of the secret rare sold. Ow. 5. Okay, 48. That's not a lot. Okay, so you have just from Jenny, 11,535. So Jenny's wasn't that bad. Let's do Jisoo's, I think, which wasn't as good, but still, all right. Her by herself got that 11K. Let's go to Jisoo's common, and let's see where she's at. Not as good. 50. That's the 325. Go to the meow. Okay, and let's see her uncommon. See how many sold. So I'm gonna gauge her. I'm gonna gauge wager. This is between 8 and 9K probably. Oh, yeah, it's 229 for the uncommon, and let's see that secret rare with a cute little umbrella. Heckin' adorable. 50. Oh, actually, 50. Oh, okay, 52. Yeah, 9,090. So add. Oh God, what was the other one? 9,090 plus 11,535. So you have 20,625 between those two. And then let's take, and the more popular ones, Rose and Lisa, gonna do numbers on that, boy. So let's take a look at this. Rose for her common is that, oh, all right, actually 3, actually 3, yeah, 395, not bad. All right, 395 for the common. Let's go to the uncommon and see what heck we got here. Probably another 200 plus. Actually, it's 280. Nice. All right, and then let's see. I'm not going to go over the crystal ones. I'll go over their secondary market because that's cool. 50, 56. So you have 10,965 plus 2,625. So you have a total right now 31,590, and then we're gonna do Lisa, which I guarantee you the most has been done with Lisa. She's gonna probably do 15 to 20K on her own. I'll say 15. All right, 31,590. So I'm gonna save that number and do minus. Oh, 582 on her common. That was a decent amount. She sold more on her common, or almost as much as her common. All right, 2950. 5. Okay, 493. All right, damn, 493 on the uncommon, and the secret rare probably a decent amount too. All right, 11, 89, 9. Was it right? Yeah, 89. 17,460. Very nice. 17,460. Oh God. Plus, what was it? 31,590. So in total, they actually did $49,000. So $49,000 for. Hold on, let me put all of them on here. Actually, not bad. I'm actually pretty okay with that. I'm fine. I'm fine with it. Bogar says, I sold Illuvium at $100. I think so. Now would be a great time. It's probably a really good time to buy back in. I would definitely, yeah, I would definitely tell you to get that bread. Swap number 5 is Impact. What are we impacting here? What is impact? I don't know. It says, did we fix the app to where you can see your OMI account again? I don't think so. Use the migration tool. Just get it on Stacker. Oh, Swami number 5. What did you say? Oh God. Oh God. After the con, Swami number 5. I completely missed your message from October. I'm so sorry. No, okay. Contract application. Oh, okay. If I put contract, I'll just put contract singular, and maybe it'll show up. Okay, hold on. There's the application. Okay, view pending contracts, and maybe it'll take me to the login here. That was a good call, Swampy number 5. Is it my VeVe username? I don't know what my VeVe username is. Fudge, why do they keep logging me out? Why do I have so many messages? Guys, I'm trying so hard. Am I tripping? What's my username? Oh, okay, there it is. All right, there it is. Okay, let me go get this over here. Who actually memorizes their passwords? I'll trouble a little while. All right, now if I sign in, incorrect username or password. Okay, guys, I'm gonna like give up on this. What is it gonna be? Is it gonna be? Maybe it's this. Okay. If it's not this, then I don't know what. No, okay, guys, I have zero idea what my username is, what my so that's just gonna be done. It's gonna be done there. Oh well, life goes on. I guess I'm never getting paid from VeVe. That's just I'll figure it out at some point. And I don't think they fixed it to see your OMI account. Just go and migrate that over to Stacker. VeVe Wheel says, yo, let's freaking go. Let's get that bread. Let's get it. Fernando Jimenez, what's up? What's up? How's it going, fam? Glad to see you here. Glad to see you. We got Trump administration says U.S. may buy Bitcoin using tariff revenue. Send it. Send it. Send it. Oh my God. All right. So we have, I'm not reading that. Yeah, and there's a decent amount of tariff revenue. So yeah, we'll keep it up. Oh, God damn, keep it up. I love this country so damn much. I wonder if there's going to be a little influx of Bitcoin spikeage. We'll see. We'll see. Where were we before that mess? Okay, the VeVe gamification details. Let's go over that real quick. Even though I wasn't into that. All right, well, we'll be close. VeVe Comics is really close to having level 100, I believe. Also, Mr. MC1 saying there's been a ton of ETH paid to VeVe fam for building VeVeverse spaces already, $50,000 to $75,000 as of yesterday, which is nuts. Ben Rose saying, look at these awesome shows on True Media. A lot of stuff over there. There were a bunch of OMI longs yesterday. That's what made it pump. And I don't know why they longed it as opposed to just actually just buying it. But you know what, whatever. Memezilla says, hey, daCAT, look at you. You're winning 175 votes. Huzzah. Love them. I had a lot of egg whites today, so I do not have them with me right now. I have had 125 or 130 calories. I'm sorry, 125 or 130 grams of protein with like 1125 calories. So I really need to get more calories, maybe like another, what am I, maybe like another 80 grams of protein with another. I've been at a really good deficit. So I had like 800 2 days ago. Yesterday I had like 1,500 calories. So I've been really, really good in the deficit. I feel like I've already seen it, like in the face already. I'll keep you all posted how it's going. Cool Mo, thanks for being a member. Says, hey Randy, yo fam, yo. EV Vet says, yo, what up? Hope you're doing well. Was saying today in class they had us share someone like someone you look up to. My choice was Randy Chavez. Oh, bro. Oh my God. Oh, that's so. I'd take a picture of that because that is so heckin'. One is so nice, but it is so heckin' pure and soulful, and it's enough to make a grown man cry. Let's get that on Snapchat, shall we? Oh God, I'm in selfie mode, and selfie Chavez don't look that good. Okay. I feel like my eye is like completely messing up here. All right, let me go. Doesn't look good. I'll just upload from my normal photo. Okay. First off, me love you long time. That is so great. Super appreciate that. Thank you so much. I heart you too. I'll know Randy Chavez one day when OMI moons. I mean, DEVVE, OMI, DEFINITY are like the bigger ones. Which one's going to make me more money? I mean, with DEFINITY having a $3.5 million market cap and them doing hundreds of thousands of dollars added to their P&L every month, I think they're probably going to give us a better ROI than anything. Because like OMI and DEVVE are already like a $50 to $60 million market cap. Now, granted, DEVVE I don't think really has much revenue right now, but they're about to raise so much money. One of the guys that they have, Will Stewart, is like a professional at raising money. Like he's done this for Wall Street like all the time. The last, I forget the last exchange he did it for. He raised like hundreds of millions of dollars for him. Might have actually been billions. Same thing he'll likely do for DEVVE as new news gets released. You had a pretty big Paris blockchain week. They got in front of the right people, all about building. They've been building for 8 years. It's almost time. Like, am I, what's his name from Skillet? Goes, now it's my time. I'll do what I want. Cause this is, what up, Croner? How's it going, fam? Meow. Croner, give me those waves. Love it. I'd hear, oh, okay, listen, if OMI goes down to like 00011 and DEVVE or DEFINITY has gone to the moon by then yeah, I can get 1 to 2 billion, but I just, yeah, I don't think I'll be able to actually get that unless those things happen. Regardless, obviously OMI could go up first, and then I'll do the opposite. I'll sell some OMI for DEVVE and DEFINITY. But you know, when DEVVE's at like $10 after they announce whoever they're going to announce, I don't know. And honestly, like I've heard, I don't want to say FUD, but I've heard some, when it's by Chavez, you talk about this big partner that you say they have, and again, no one really knows exactly who the partner is. But it's like, if you don't even know who the partner is, then how do you know what type of partnership it is? And you really don't. I mean, they could be doing something for this partner that really doesn't make them a lot of money, but it's going to get them in front of probably hundreds of thousands, if not millions of eyes. And again, when everyone goes in and they start using the DEVVE exchange, everyone's going to be trading on there. And that's the type of thing that is going to, one, that'll get them revenue, but two, it's just the eyes. So I think DEVVE pumps twice. DEVVE will pump after the announcement of whoever their partner is. And there's a bunch of rumors about that. You know, best guess is my guess, you know, next to anyone's. Your guess is as good as mine. But I will say that it should pump again after the exchange rolls out, and then you have a whole bunch of revenue. You know, and there's, you know, if you have a ton of DEVVE, you can say, okay, let me just stake it or add it to the liquidity cash, and then you can borrow against it. That's really cool. There's a whole bunch of different ways to eat ADRESS. There's a whole bunch of different ways to have this play out. But yeah, 2 billion's a lot. But again, if DEVVE's $20 and I have like $800,000, and yeah, then yeah, I can get 2 billion pretty easily. Zombie number 5 saying, as a VeVe affiliate, we log in with Impact, searching content. Yeah, so I I tried. I guess I don't know what the fudge my username is. I thought it was the same. Ooh, bro. DEFINITY just had an like DMA link. They use the DEFINITY token. Had an insane day. I'll tell you this. 25% of the entire month, like, and granted, it's only the 14th, it's still middle of April, but 25% of their P&L that was added month to date was added today. I will repeat, over 25% of their entire P&L that was added for the month was added today. Now, granted, it's 2 weeks in, but this is good. Let me get to these guys, get to my homies. What is this? Hold on. Wow, that's actually 30%. Over 30% of their P&L that was added this month was added today. Not bad for, and this is a Monday. Not bad for a random Monday. My God, this is today, right? Oh, 1404. Yeah, this is. Oh, Lordy. God damn. Oh, my God, I need more DEFINITY. Oh, and I'm going to get a bunch more later this month. But I don't know when. I swear, if this pumps like 3x before I'm able to get it, I'm going to lose it. I'm gonna choke somebody. Not in the good way. In a bad way. God damn. And this beautiful profit mark. Oh my God. I wish I could share these numbers. Jesus. And this is why me and my boys own like 8% of the supply. And gonna own more. Anywho. Let's move on. This one guy, Ernest_KOH, had purchased $2,500 worth of blind boxes over the last couple of days to get the entire Blackpink set, crystals and all. Dude is a mad lad, absolute mad lad. The real Ian Cott is level 52. Good for you for reaching that. Oh, VeVe challenges. Okay, all right. So the challenge is supposed to begin like right now. Oh God, hiccups. The challenge was supposed to begin today. Again, right now. What time did I take the? Oh my God! I can't. I need like a second phone. I need an assistant. I need a. Okay. At 10:22 p.m. Eastern Standard Time yesterday, they had told me that the challenge opens 21 hours 37 minutes. So even about 22 hours. At 8:22, which is we're 30 minutes past that. Begins the activity challenge champion. You can participate in qualifying daily activities between April 15th and May 14th. So I guess there's still a few hours. Maybe what they said was no, it said 21 hours from time. Anyway. Maybe at some point April 15th they give it to everyone, and between then and May 14th you can climb the leaderboard. You can join the challenge today. Oh Lordy, who just got? Who is that just taken my advice, buying the whoever that was that bought the DEFINITY, you get that bread. You continue on, sir. It was just because of what I just said. I don't know. Anyway, you are going to have some base rewards that do get unlocked at each different milestone for participating in the project. There's positions 101 through 250, in which case you get an additional 2,500 points, which is dope. There's positions 51 to 100 where you can get 5,000 extra MCP points. If you finish in positions 11 to 50, you get 7,500 MCP points. Numbers 4 to 10 gets 12.5 thousand. Third place gets 50,000 MCP points. Second place gets 75,000. And first place gets 100,000 MCP points plus a limited edition collectible or collectibles. You can earn up to 30 points each day by competing in the following activities. You log in, you get a point. You like a post, you get a point. Now, granted, the max is 5 points for that, so you can't just go down the VeVe feed and just like, you can only like up to 5 posts. You could like as many posts as you want, but you only get credit for up to 5 posts. Same thing with commenting. Comment on as much as you want, but you get credit up to 5. You can share the feed 5 times a day. You can view your showroom 5 times a day. You can list and market 5 times a day. Follow a user twice a day, or gain a follower of twice a day. Now, it's going to be harder for some than others to gain followers because how do you tell if it's followed or likes? Okay, I already have 2,200 followers, which is like 3 times the amount of the people that we get on the app each day. So I'm not going to win this. It's going to be someone new that's going to gain a follower or follow a user. Yeah. Well, honestly, those are really small because you can only gain a follower twice a day for the max points and follow a user twice a day. But commenting 5 times a day, easy. Sharing the feed 5 times a day, pretty easy. Viewing the showroom 5 times a day, also super easy. So yeah, it's going to be fun. Those are the qualifying activities. And then you'll be able to see your ranking here, top 250 leaderboards, et cetera, et cetera. It'll be a good time. It's because OMI was up like 18% yesterday. That's why it's down so much today, because it just did that wicked spike up. Okay, Rob Cooks. Hold up, man. Hold up, man. I love MCR. I even use like maybe 8 or 12 times per day. I'll be like, am I Gerard Way in 2004? Because I'm not okay. And then I'll pretend to fall in the SABC recovery position. Yeah, I love MCR. Helena, special place in my heart. Obviously, Welcome to the Black Parade. Everybody knows and loves. Great art, great. I think it's creator of the Umbrella Academy as well, or something like that. Great stuff. Great stuff that they've done. Clearly, everyone that is an emo or former emo has a special place in their heart for MCR because of what they did. But no way in heck are some of their songs better than some of Green Day songs? Sure. When you have like 100 or 5, like 1 to 200 songs that Green Day's done, and then yeah, not all of them are going to be winners. And some of the MCR stuff is better than some of Green Day stuff. We can agree. But as a whole, Green Day is just, without Green Day, there really wouldn't be. I wouldn't say there wouldn't be an MCR. There still probably would be, but that legit Green Day defined a genre. It like defined a whole like that era. It was like one of the first to be like super successful in that, in the mainstream. Now again, you got a little bit subsect over there. You got a little, MCR got a little weird, which we love. Again, I love MCR. But bruh, Green. I'm not going to say Green Day is infinitely better in every single way, shape, and form, but on the whole, Green Day gets a much higher score than MCR would on most things. But again, higher. They have more songs, been around longer time, made more songs. They just, yeah, they kept it real. They kept it going. They got political and stuff. They never did a Christmas song like MCR did. Had to throw that out there. Wes saying, thanks for being a member, Wes. Saying Flow is definitely not what it was last cycle. It's because NFTs are not in the narrative. They will probably be in the narrative again when the NFT cycle comes, but you're just going to have to wait for that. Like, there's a reason why OMI's down and Flow's down and Alluvium's out. Again, like, gaming and NFTs just are not in the narrative right now. They will be eventually. Just looked at Flow's price. Yeah, I need to buy some. You can if you would like. Bolshevik says, did you already go over the leaderboard? I just did. I know you commented 18 minutes ago, but I did just now. In SHIRO we trust. Hello, Randy. Well, hello, in SHIRO we trust. Great to see you. Love you lots and lots like tater tots. Believe, my man. Bleeves has been on the crypto. He's been on the podcast. He's got a lot more DEVVE than I do. He's a very good TA trader, technical analysis guy. I'm not really a TA guy. I'm more of just it's undervalued. I'll buy and hold for X amount of time. Bleeves is really good at the charts. I know some TA people don't even care about news. They just look at charts, see, all right, how much liquidity is in here, how much is actions going, what's the 50-day moving average, et cetera, et cetera. Again, that's not really my cup of tea. My forte is just determining what's undervalued because of X, Y, and Z, and then buying or selling based off that. Zmin believes I do believe make a pretty good team. He is also a big advocate for the Trump meme token. I don't think Trump himself, but the Trump meme token, because obviously if you're someone that likes to stay out there and have your face all over everything, named a whole couple buildings after himself. I don't think he would let the Trump meme coin go, way down. He'd probably like to, what's good for Trump. What's good for the meme coin is good for Trump. So there might be something that Trump does that really pumps it up, whether it's himself, whether it's his followers. But Bleeves is not only a big believer in DEVVE, but he, like my friend Jenny Qta, you would like her, Bleeves, very much like you. Jenny Qta also believes that the Trump meme, and Jenny's extraordinarily successful. She also believes that Trump meme coin is gonna do numbers this year. Well, this bull cycle. It might be this year, might be next year, but either way. Is it time for VeVe to pay exchanges for OMI listings? No, and the reason I say no is because of the wonderful things he does. Sorry. I'm going to go in and read something from, was this yesterday? Oh, am I still on yesterday? Okay, hang on. I'm going to read something from Tom Anderson from DEVVE, CEO of DEVVE. And it'll tell you why. Tell me why ain't nothing. All right, he says, the markets are poor right now. Hard to create momentum in markets like these, but if you keep building, even through tough markets, you'll break through, which is what we are doing. You're correct that Paris Blockchain Week wasn't a big marketing spend, but I don't agree that it should have been. What we got is what we needed out of the event. It was a great success. We could have spent a bunch of money on spreading the word, but right now it would fall on deaf ears, and even in positive markets, it is more of a TradFi message. I spent money on creating visibility around press releases before, and it's not an effective use of funds. In contrast, our efforts are now more around trying to grow things through the referral program, and I'm optimistic that can be an effective way to create visibility. Anyone who brings, and link down below, anyone who brings in others gets upside in operations of the exchange. That's a crypto-friendly way to grow. I've seen some people here understand the importance of DEVVE, but people aren't focusing on equally important news releases we put out. Our overview of our referral program, that's more important to creating excitement and awareness for the retail crowd, in my view. So he's going over about the referral, but what he's saying in the beginning of this is that it's just not the right time for marketing. If I had a button that I could press right now to get us on Coinbase, I would not do it. I would not press it. Because again, you can only list on an exchange once. If you want to waste the listing, and I'm not talking about you, I don't mean like you, but if you have two options here, you can list on Coinbase now, and you'll probably get a pump and dump. Or you could list on it when the narrative is hitting in X amount of months, when people are excited, and you get a super large pump, maybe a little bit of a sell-off, pump again, and it sustains. I think if you go and list on Coinbase or other stuff here, you would not want to. I just think that would be a waste. I don't think you would want to do that for the long term. Hey, what up, Tammy? Tammy, are you at Mr. MC1? Where are you guys? Are you all at dinner? How are you? Are you driving? You driving? VeVe Zombie says, Tammy. Tammy says, hey, Zombie. Booth says, if OMI gets Coinbase, game over at moon time. Well, if at the appropriate time. Again, right now, I don't know if I would do it right now. I wouldn't, but who knows? Tommy says, not in a good way. Not in a good way. What? I don't know. Just bought another 1K in Definity. Yeah, you did. I mentioned you before, Tammy. I mentioned you that you did that. Great times for you. Great times for Definity to have another holder. Actually, you just okay. Hang on. Let me go to the Definiti. Where'd you go? I miss you so. Seems like it's been forever that you've been gone. Yeah, she did just buy another one. Yeah, she's going pretty hard here, folks. In the I'll keep your wallet docs. Anyway, or undocs. Tammy, please don't text and drive. Are your bags packed? She's currently packing the bags. Packing the bags are not completely packed yet. But one Green Day, my guy. How dare you? I love Green Day. All right. So top 5 favorite songs. There's 21. A Good Riddance. Time of Your Life. Obviously, that's played at like every high school graduation, every like funeral that I've been to. But then you have 21 Guns, which is really good. American Idiot's like a staple. So I feel like not everybody really knows of you have When I Come Around that everyone likes. Pop Rock and Cohen. I think Longview's pretty good. Welcome to Paradise, that a lot of people know. The more niche stuff like Minority, like I Want to Be the Minority, like I pledge allegiance to the underworld, one nation underdog there. Which that is such a good song, and like nobody knows it. Oh my god, it's so good. There's a lot of stuff so their worst performing album was like Shenanigans, right? And they have a couple of good songs on there. The whole album is not good, but they're even on their worst song, like they have a couple of good songs on there. On the information highway, so go ahead and kill yourself. Oh my god. And then they even have a whole song called Haha You're Dead, which I'm not gonna lie, like I love that song, but every time I like get super into it for like a week or two and somebody that I know dies and I can't. Yeah. And it's not that somebody that I know, it's like somebody that I like thoroughly love. It's like fudge. Every time I listen to it for like a week or two, and then somebody else, I'm like, bro, like it's a pattern. And anyway. But yeah, I love Green Day. That says, would you and Tammy blast off on the Blue Origin rocket for VeVe? Tammy probably would, because she's crazy, daredevil, always doing death-defying shit. I like my life, and I like the way that I live it, and that would be cool. I would not do it. Tammy would probably do it. Guarantee you, Tammy would do it. Yeah, she's I'm in. Your choke comment. Yeah, if I said something about choking somebody, I don't know what it was. I forget. I like Gunpowder, but not Green Day. I think like one without the other, but I understand. We all have our tastes. Like Minority, one of the few songs I like. It's great. It's great, right? Such a good song. It brings the lovers and the haters of Green Day together on how good it is. Anyway, let's continue on. After I get to, I'm a big punk fan, just not Green Day. Oh man, how are you kind of punk and not Green? Oh my god, please, you don't know this and why, but I have a clogged gland and it's very annoying. Itches really badly. So I mean, do you like Avril Lavigne? I love Avril Lavigne. Punk, pop punk princess. Sum 41. I imagine you. I love them. Sum 41's pretty great. Simple Plan, love them as well. Blink 182, Teenage Bottle Rocket. I don't think I know that one, but I'll look it up. The Managers, Descendants. Okay, I feel you. Face to Face. I actually don't know that one either. I also feel there might be a small generation gap between us, just a small one. I feel like you could agree with me on Blink 182 and Simple Plan, but maybe not, or Blink 182 and Sum 41, but maybe not Simple Plan, because I think they were more in the 2000s. But all right, anyway, let's get back to the news. Let's get back to the spread. I forget where I was. Oh my gosh, where was I? Talk about Ben Rose. It's pretty cool for engagement. Yes. This pictures of me flexing. So you have a guy named William MAI saying 4,500 comic books and 1,500 collectibles, and the first comic book store and Pokemon vending machine in the VeVeverse. California Comics has it all, and he's sharing them for the first time. Check out our full and fun conversation with our good friend Daniel to get great tips and insights on how to build simple and effective VeVeverse space and mint collection. So it is Will Goes Meta, and Will Goes Meta did interview him, the man that has 6,000 comics or 6,000 NFTs, which is amazing. Aww. Oh, so the last girlfriend I had, we would talk on the phone each night, and I would like we would be on the phone like after midnight, and I would go over my Facebook messages or my Facebook memories, and I'd be like, all right, it's time to look at my memories, see if you loved me on this day or not. And then it turns out she had one this on this day, I see clearly. Sorry, on this day 12 years ago. Shark in the water. Oh, it was Japan. Japan's Metaplanet purchased 319 more Bitcoin. They now hold 4,525. Epic. Epic. All copyrights, Screeching Weasel. All, then copyrights. All right. I don't know what Screeching Weasel is, but I am very intrigued, sir. I don't care if they're good or bad. I would listen to them specifically because the name is awesome. Cope. Meow. Okay, where was I? Me and my boys. I miss them. There's a guy named Dusty BC Crypto, has 263,000 followers over on X, saying no tariffs, but SHIRO is building a green wall with over 200,000 in rewards. Go to their Telegram for details. And again, that is from the Dusty BC Crypto with over 250,000 followers, and they are not the biggest one. You have Crypto Rover with 1.1 million followers over on X, saying no tariffs, but SHIRO is building a green wall with over $200,000 in rewards. First cat, first serve. Get to the Telegram for details. Amazing stuff. Their marketing is on point, super on point. President Trump says nobody is getting off the hook for unfair trade balances and non-monetary tariff barriers, especially China. CryptoPunk pleads guilty to hiding $13 million in profits from the IRS. Guys, there's an episode of hydrating. There's an episode of Batman the Animated Series from the 90s where the Joker goes off and says, like, I'll take on Batman all day, but the IRS, I'm not that insane. You cannot get away from the IRS. They might be feckless, but they are not incompetent. If you do not pay your taxes, the IRS will come for you. I've seen it. I've seen it before, where guys like, I don't pay this, I don't pay that. And you know what? If you're a real loser and you make like $30,000-$40,000 a year and you're hiding like $5,000, yeah, they're not going to come for you. But if you are, especially in crypto, if you are making hundreds of thousands or millions a year, like, and you don't pay taxes on that, they will come for you. They will find you, and they will give you a $13 million fine or throw you in jail or both. Again, this CryptoPunk whale pleads guilty to hiding $13 million in profits, and now he faces up to 6 years in prison. Guys, do not mess with the IRS. Pay your tax. It sucks. I hate the IRS probably more than anybody. But not only are they going to get you, every single time that you go and file your taxes, they will look upon your file with prejudice. Your life is going to suck. Like, please pay your freaking taxes. Okay, sorry. Rant over. Screeching Weasel is also the Riverdales and a bunch of Ramon Score bands. Ramon Score band. Is that like Ramon Score? Is that like the Ramones? Because I'm not gonna lie, their cover of What a Wonderful World is probably one of my favorite, better than the original, I think. I know that's sacrilegious to say, but I just like their, like, I see trees of green, red, and they just, oh God, that just punks it up, you know? At Crypto Rover, he's never been right in his life. I don't know who he is. I just know that he was, again, 1.1 million follower. I don't, okay. Let's go to his page. Let me confirm. Was it Crypto Rover? Crypto Rover? Am I tripping here? Am I not? Oh, okay. Here we go. It's Rover RC. Remember those things? Tycho. That's how you spell RC. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I don't like the that. Bitcoin is definitely not. Bitcoin top is definitely not in yet. Okay, so I agree. The Bitcoin top is definitely not in yet. So I'll agree with him on that. But maybe we're wrong. Maybe we're wrong. He does say, "Congrats, ETH holders. You're about to get rich." I feel like ETH is the same price now as it was 4 years ago. So I don't know. Global liquidity is climbing to unprecedented highs. If you hold crypto, is the only thing that matters. Well, he is right on that the global liquidity, and especially in the money markets. Oh my God, would you stop texting and driving, please? I'm going to give you a, hold on. I need to give my friend angry faces because they're texting and driving. Okay. Is climbing to unprecedented highs. So yeah, like the money, there's like 7 trillion sitting on the sidelines of money market accounts. So he's not wrong here. Now, obviously, this is stuff that I'm going to say like anyone can like infer. So if you're talking about actual calls, yeah, you're probably right. I don't know what I don't know what other calls he's been saying. I've never followed this dude. I did not know he existed before yesterday. So again, I don't know what other calls he's. I imagine I'm assuming you're not lying. That he's probably made some pretty horrendous calls in the past, but haven't we all? Hardcore Ramones type music. I can dig it. Benro's been awfully quiet. I mean, he was in the chat the other day. I mean, he posts a lot. He's pretty active, but as CEO of a company, oh, you're done already? Oh my God, I'm not even gonna. But as CEO of the company, again, he's kind of got some stuff to do. So I really don't blame him for being not posting a lot. Overpost, Bitcoin about to pump, Bitcoin about to dump on the same days. Yeah, I knew someone like that. Okay, so he's just like yeah, I knew someone that would make videos saying like why this crypto is going to go crazy, why this crypto is going to dump legit in hours of each other. So if he's one of those guys that's just all about getting people to watch his stuff or look at his stuff, then yeah, all right, I'll agree. I've never found those people to be particularly helpful. He's not guessing; he's repeating the news. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Understand. Okay. Hold on. Let me get to my friendo. Just started playing some poker. Yep. Get that bread. Okay. Now, what did you say? Problem again. So, yep. Taxes. Okay. Good. Peaches. I love you. Sorry. I love the Mario Brothers movie. Anyway, moving on here. What else do we have? U.S. stocks pumping hard today. Goldman Sachs CEO expresses support for President Trump's efforts to renegotiate and strengthen U.S. trade, as they would. Trump's economic advisor Hassett says there was no insider trading at the White House. Likely story. Again, we went over that Michael Saylor bought a bunch of Bitcoin historically. Okay, that was crypto. Okay, we have. Now, granted, this for over 2 weeks. This is not normally Noldor Alive does these top 500 VeVe hodlers, where he goes over the purchases and sales of the top whales every week. But this one is the past 2 weeks. So over the past 2 weeks, let's go to the biggest sellers. You had Lookie that sold 33 collectibles. You had Kilroy XX7, which sold 126 collectibles, so we're at 159 now. And then you have eNasty selling 276 collectibles. So we are at 36, 3, 4, 5. So we had 435 collectibles that were sold between the top 3 sellers over the past 2 weeks. Then you have MacRoot, which bought 537 collectibles the past 2 weeks. You have Expert 44, which bought 1,598 collectibles. And then you have Dr. Fuse buying 1,716 collectibles. So obviously there are a lot more buyers than there are sellers over here. What are they buying? I'm not sure. I could look it up, but I don't want to. In order to get into the top 500 over on VeVe, you do need to have 1,715 collectibles. And obviously, number 1 is impossible. Not impossible to get. Bezojman has 65,479 collectibles. And even though he was inactive for several months, Dr. Fuse has made him come alive again, because Dr. Fuse's goal was to reach the number 1 spot. He's at number 2 now. Granted, he only has 45,075 collectibles, and Bezojman having 65,479. Dr. Fuse has about 20,404 collectibles to go just to tie him, and that's if Bezojman does not buy any more. So yeah, Battle of the Titans up there. Could you imagine? Be like, yeah, Chavez put in several $1,000s, got 10,000 collectibles, and you're not even in the top 20. Heckin' nuts, right? Heckin' nuts. Where's Foster? Foster, I mean, he's working. He's the Comey community manager, making sure that everyone understands what's up to date on a Comey. Hasn't been much to go over just yet. I think when they're eventually going to get on exchanges and when other stuff's going to happen, he will be here at the ready. Is it okay? I'm out. Hit me up for punk rock stream one day. Ooh, that would be good. That would be good. Yes, senor. Meow, meow, meow. Love you, please. Meow, meow, meow. Oh, wow. That's a good man. A good man. Anyway, Nvidia investing $500 billion in the US, which is very nice. What else we got here? Crypto bank Anchorage probed by US Homeland Security. That's interesting. WrestleMania this week. Who's watching? Anyone? I'm not. Okay. Ooh, dinner and gelato. Looks very nice. Pretty reasonable. Nancy Mace. Oh God, there's so many notifications. I'm not going to get to that till later. El Salvador's president Bukele arrived at the White House to meet Trump. President Trump says the market is very strong after getting used to tariffs. There was a 6.7. Jeremy Padower had reported a 6.7 earthquake in San Diego. It's a lot. Also, some of you may have an interest in applying for the Visa job, manager of crypto products. You can apply. You can get that bread. I don't think I mean, I'm not going to apply. I'll apply just for fun, just for funsies. Let's see what the questions are. Let's see what the job description is. Crypto product team is responsible for identifying new product opportunities that exist within emerging crypto, stablecoin, and blockchain network landscape, creating strategies that define Visa's participation in the ecosystem, and delivering the capabilities required to capture those opportunities. We're looking for an experienced product manager who's passionate about designing his next generation of stablecoin-based solutions to achieve Visa's goals. Product manager will focus on building and scaling existing new stablecoin-based solutions. This includes Visa settle. All right, so part of the reason Visa is doing this is because Visa is getting their lunch eaten by stablecoins. And if you can't beat them, which they're not, join them. It's exactly what they're doing. Last year, stablecoins had outperformed Visa by an insane amount. Of course, that's what they're getting into. Product manager will focus on building and scaling these new stablecoin-based solutions. Includes Visa settlement using stablecoins. Okay, I actually do have an idea for this. Enables banks to issue stablecoins on public or private blockchains. You can expect to spend time working with clients to understand stablecoin vision, translate that vision into new features for our product portfolio, and work with technology teams to manage backlog and requirements. Get new features implemented. This role should have expertise in agile product management, be able to speak fluidly in both technical and business staff, and have a passion for crypto that keeps you motivated to find solutions and keep pushing when roadblocks appear. Support delivery of tailored stablecoin, responsible for managing specific platform features, engage with clients to clearly understand model and customer needs, up to speed in latest developments. Should really tell them about DEVVE. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of stuff. Varies upon the needs of the department or an office setting. Position required that comes to sit and stand at a desk. This isn't remote work. Interesting. Criminal histories, blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah. Okay, that doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, it's over in California. Who wants to go there? No one, I tell you. Oh God, hiccups. Okay, moving on. VeVe Digital Collectibles post reminder for Blackpink set holders if you've collected all 4 sets. Tutsu, Jenny, Rose, and Lisa from the Blackpink Shutdown series by 30 April. Your mystery airdrop is on the way. Keep an eye on your account for special reward and completing the full collection. Only store purchase digital collectibles are eligible, so don't miss your chance. Oh God, guys, look what I saw. Cheeseburger tater tot casserole. I have never wanted something so heckin' badly, guys. I'm still so fat. Despite losing what I imagine is several pounds over the last week, I am still so chunky, and but I want it. Moving on here. EU trade chief and U.S. officials meet to negotiate new trade deal. This hyperliquid whale just opened a $12.6 million ETH long at 1,624 with 5x leverage. This is what mad lads do. Mad lads go nuts. They go crazy. Crazy. Have I told you lately? ETH Toronto posting about SHIRO Nico is an official sponsor of ETH Toronto in 2025. We're excited to welcome SHIRO as a silver sponsor of ETH Toronto 2025, part of Futurist Conference and Ethereum Women, bringing developers together to build the future of Web3. Come see them May 13, 2025 in Toronto, Canada. I might go to Futurist Conference in Miami later this year. I'll keep you posted. Keep you posted. We shall see. VeVe posts Matt Murdock's transformation from the quiet lawyer to the relentless vigilante arrives as the latest addition to the Evolvable series. Yeah, I need more food. Blinded as a child in an accident that left his other senses enhanced to extraordinary levels, Matt Murdock protects Hell's Kitchen as both a crusading attorney and the masked vigilante daredevil. The Marvel Matt Murdock Evolvables drop starts on Saturday 19th. These are first appearances, despite him, again, they are very fast and loose with their first appearances. They are first appearances because I guess Daredevil is different than Matt Murdock. Whatever. Also, they made him ginger, which is really weird because normally he has like dark brown hair, but he's ginger for some reason. I don't know why. VeVe Comics. Now, obviously, you've had $49,000 in sales in VeVe over the last 2.5 days, and that's great. That is something that is. But 3 days ago, VeVe Comics had done more revenue than what VeVe had. And at first, I wasn't sure about the, I really need some food. I am at a horrendous deficit. At first, it was like, okay, VeVe Comics, this is great. Marvel's giving them the keys. Great for years to come. Great for forever. They will never close down. They will never not make money. They're always making money. And I'm going to say that they've pivoted without us really knowing. Remember that Dave Chappelle special when he says like, I'm going to tell you the punchline of a joke and then tell you the joke. And he does it. He talks about kicking a girl in the vag, and then he tells the story, and then you're so enthralled with the story. It's like, so I kicked her in the vag. It's like, oh my God, brilliant, brilliant. They told us years ago that VeVe was just going to be like one small part of their business. The other part, which is, again, up until the last 2 days, VeVe Comics has outperformed sales than on VeVe. Now, obviously, you're going to have the metaverse, but guys, that VeVe Comics affiliate program or VeVe, like whatever that's called, you're going to get so many more users on VeVe, because now they made it so that you don't have to have the comic reader app, which was, I don't know why the fudge they did that, but you don't have to have the comic reader app. You just have to have the VeVe app. So if you want to buy comics on the VeVe Comics website, you need to have a VeVe account to read them. This comic program is going to be so freaking awesome because of the fact that you're going to get so many people. Anyone's going to be able to put it up on there, tell their friends, tell their business, tell whatever. Yeah, go read this comic. So good. Oh my God, so good. So amazing. I am going to try to finish the second comic. Well, I'm going to finish writing it by the end of the month. Will it work? I don't know. Raul Paul says AC/DC Dallas will report back. It's probably my 6th time seeing them since my first time at 14 years old. Yo, that's awesome. Good times, good times. Message Swamp. Oh, Nancy Mays. Thank you, Greenville. Whoop, whoop. All right, let me get back to this here. Going back to the post here. You want to know what VeVe Magic sends me on the daily? She sends me like reels that like what is this? What is this nightmare fuel? And when I ask her, what is this nightmare fuel you're sending me? She just laughs at me. She doesn't even she doesn't even care that I'm going to be dreaming about this. Yeah, guys, don't get into a real relationship with VeVe Matter, because she will send you stuff that will fuel your nightmares for years to come. Okay, sorry. Damn, there's somebody else that put 122 polls and only got 1 diamond. That is nuts. That is nuts. These are Argentina's President Javier Milei says he's ready to sign a new trade deal with the U.S. Let's go. Let's go. Oh yeah, yeah. By the way, we have Ruby. We have Viz Media. Can we get some Ruby collectibles on here, please? I would love that. That would be my thing that I love. All right. Anyway, I feel like I've been going on for far too long here. Let's do. Let's go on X. And let's talk about. Oh, DEVVE, did you go down? Let's see. I think you went down. It's going down. You spin my head right. Oh, it was like 65 cents. That's fine. It's fine. It did go down though. Yeah, see, like right here, like it had wicked down to like the same spot like multiple times, and then it just bounced off from there, like 64. So it's probably a good buy down here. Obviously not financial advice. South Carolina is lucky to have Yas. Love you, Nancy. Talk to you soon, girl. Okay. Go on X and we will talk about. Let's take a look at what. Let's take a look at what we have here. At what people are posting that I'm following. Joshua Roomsberg talking about the Chain Leak podcast. Aaron Awful saying Stefanik Trump defunded Harvard, $2 billion cut for failing to protect Jewish students. Biden did nothing to protect Jewish students. Trump took action. He defunded elite universities like Harvard, cutting $2 billion for promoting DEI and failing to protect Jewish students. Taxpayers should never fund anti-Semitism. American people stand with Trump on this. I mean, I know he's not really a big fan of China, but they discriminate against the Chinese like all the time. Anywho. Oh, all right. VeVe posts. Take a closer look at the vibranium variant, the ultra rare, for the first appearance of Dr. Stasis. Oh God, hiccups. I have no idea who Dr. Stasis is. Will you be adding the Scotty Young cover variant to your collection? I don't know. We have Marion Awful saying Kim Jordan saying Kash Patel is restoring the FBI. Weaponization is over. Kash Patel is restoring the integrity of the FBI. Under President Trump, the weaponization of the federal government is over. Promises made, promises kept. Potsy Weber says, remember when the Dems were lying about the border bill, trying to overhaul immigration laws to give mass amnesty? Remember the failed attempt to take control? Now I see they'd already given the Social Security cards. Heckin' nuts. Heckin' nuts. Nuts. All right. William Ross X says, reason to be bullish. D-pin, RWA, D-pin. Am I missing anything? Who is this dude? Oh, asteroid and Jupiter. Or Jupiter and an asteroid had a collapse. That is nuts. I guess there's a battle of the sexes that is going on right now, the OMI Homie channel. Battle of the Sexes Jeopardy. They are getting, so what are, all right, animated voices, movie mix-ups, 2 movies, Tech Titans, He Said, She Said, and Mythical Creatures. That's dope. Naya Bukele says, I miss you already, President T. Oh, it's amazing. Amazing. Gotta love that. Come on the podcast to talk about your meeting. Please. I didn't say please. I should have said please. Anyway. Crypto Junkie Princess reposted Baby Pepe. A big happy birthday to Papa Pepe. Pepe, what is this? What is Baby Pepe? I'm not. Anyway, the Green Frog legend has captivated the hearts of many on a global scale and is a timeless meme. Big ups, love for the Pepe 069. That's wild. And maybe it goes nuts. Who knows? Haiti approves war budget as gangs torch police stations. Townsfall. Haiti just greenlit $275,000 war budget to confront gang rule as nearly 40% goes to the military and police. where the violence is already outpacing funds. A powerful gang alliance, VeVe Ansem, seized 2 towns in central Haiti, torching police stations, freeing inmates, and killing at least 60. God damn. Officers fled, hospitals were evacuated, and civilians' warnings were ignored. 1 nun, 2 journalists, and a cop are among the dead. Oh my God, how do you kill nuns, bro? 1,500 have died since January. Jesus. This is why I'll never go to Haiti. Yeah, that is nuts. Heckin' nuts. 3 years, phone bills. Emoji is having a Oasis social lounge. Good for him. Sharby, saying Sharby's about to woof 6+ months of building a platform worthy of her name. Sharby.fun is nearly live. You're early, you're chosen. Welcome to her world. Shout out to Sharby. That's always on my show every Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Love that jazz. Love that jazz. Let me go in and give a couple of hearts to them. They're pretty cool. It was. Oh God, I don't even want to. I'm not even gonna. Nope. Bill Gardner says can't wait for Earth 2 Hordes combat mechanics. I can't wait as well. Russian archer scores perfect bullseye on scoring. Okay, I don't know why that matters. Sourced Bitcoin says defund the IRS. Preach. Oh, triple shooting near Temple University. 1 dead, 2 hospitalized. Gunfire erupted on Beauvier Street near Temple University tonight. 1 adult male is pronounced dead. Oof. Minutes later at Temple University Hospital. 2 others, also adult males, were hospitalized. Condition is unknown. No arrests have been made. Police are searching for a motive. $20,000 reward is being offered for information leading to an arrest and conviction. Homicide unit has taken over the investigation. Damn, that is rough. Rough times, bad times. Pizza on Chia. What is this? Sneak peek of Pizza Ranger NFT collection releasing on Chia or XCH. Shout out to Alphonse Jome for creating this amazing Pizza Ranger. A little weird, a little strange. Let's see if XCH is anything to take a look at. It's an exchange. Okay, that's strange. Oh, it's pizza. I don't think it's like done yet though, right? I don't think they've launched. There is a pizza on Sol. It's 2 months old. 24,000 in volume, $141,000 market cap. Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. Honestly, I am probably going to buy ladies on Sol at some point. I'm going to wait for stuff to go up first because there's other stuff I have to buy. Nobu says acquire land discreetly, construct your home privately, celebrate the housewarming openly, date quietly, propose intimately, have the wedding publicly, show your critics only your results, not your plans, to avoid conflict. Just like in chess, actions speak louder than words. You only declare checkmate at the end. Life mirrors chess. Keep your moves silent. Act strategically, and let your successes be your final word because they hate what they can't be. Ooh, preach, girl. I don't even comment that. Preach. I'm not going to comment, girl. I don't know him that well yet. FAA grounds New York City chopper company after Hudson crash. Okay. Makes sense. New York teacher gives 11-year-olds 500 milligram THC gummies, claims he didn't know. Buffalo teacher was placed on paid leave after, how do you give him paid leave after this shit? After accidentally giving 2 students THC-laced Sour Patch Kids during swim class. 1 student, 11-year-old Jair Richardson, said he felt sick and was rushed to the hospital. Teacher claimed he didn't know the candy contained marijuana, though the bag was marked with what type of fucking retard is this guy? School is investigating while parents demand answers. District said it's taking the case extremely seriously. Just fucking fire the dude. Follows other edible incidents, including, you got to be more situationally aware, my guy. Like, I get it. It's just THC. They're going to be fine, but come on, dude. Great work by Department of Veteran Affairs canceling an unreasonably priced multi-year $15.3 million services contract for salary survey data and analysis. Service was placed at market price of $5K a year versus a contract of $3.9 million a year, saving $11.1 million over the remaining life of the contract. Amazing, amazing. Love it. Moments ago, the illegal criminal who was allowed into our country by Joe Biden was convicted of the heinous murder of Rachel Morin. Rachel is a beautiful mother of 5 from Maryland, and her life was taken at the hands of a monster who should have never been here in the first place. Fake news should be focusing on the beautiful life and tragic death of his Maryland mother rather than the so-called Maryland father, who is actually an MS-13 gang member and foreign terrorist from El Salvador. We will never forget Rachel Morin, committed to protecting women like her across the country, and will deport illegal murderers, rapists, and criminals. Make America great again. Take out all the criminals. They're all going back. Pam Bondi following the arrest of Tesla terrorist in New Mexico. This guy's looking at 40 years in prison. Wild. All right, let's go to my For You page. What Twitter thinks is for me. SP.Bates says, good night. See you guys tomorrow. Meow, meow, meow. National Look Up at the Sky Day. Very nice. daCAT with cat energy. Kenergy. Yosef says, selling size men's 6. Who's a size 6 men's? X-Men A6, brand new, never worn, comes with special trading card in protective case. Epic. Damn, that's fucking awesome. But do I know any men with a size 6 shoe? And Prince Mavendra says, stereotypes shrink people into boxes. Love him. A good dude. Obviously not him. Can't wait. Hold on, real quick. The bottom is in. It's a bot account. Josh Emmett says, can't wait for the 2025 Topps Chrome Be Friends drop. Who else is hyped? I think he's hyped. We have DEVVE saying, we're revolutionizing lending and borrowing powered by the DEVVE exchange. DEVVE is becoming the money of money, deeply integrated into the DNA of our exchange. Borrow against your DEVVE and still earn from your contributions. Its utility could surpass ETH as gas. Even Bitcoin as a store of value could become the most useful token in existence. That's no exaggeration. Find out why. Clicking that link down below to sign up for that DEVVE exchange. 161 people here, and only 29 people have signed up. So I have to think. Oh, okay. Well, I have 30 now. So thank you for whoever did that. And my ranking is still 38. Interesting. Okay, so just a quick shout out to everyone still building in these turbulent times. Shout out to you, DeKingsy. Love you, fam. Memes at War loves us as well. And yeah, Memezilla, again, the true king, the cat token. Good job, guys. Good job. The cat is always the winner. More gamification on VeVe. Should have unlocked. That probably unlocks tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. Chris Latte says, I only have one thing to say. If you are one of my real followers, I appreciate you. Maybe we get him on the podcast. We'll give him a couple hearts here. He's a good dude. Mr. MC1 says, update. Jisoo Diamond Jisoo was 500. Diamond Lisa was 750. Diamond Rose is 1,000. Diamond Jenny was 1,500. Damn. Excuse me. How is your mantra looking like today? Very good, I must say. Good morning, everyone. Charby is showing impressive strength today. Continues on the bullish trend. Thank you. Thank you, Charlotte. Dr. Rhonda Patrick says, in a 2-year randomized controlled trial involving 573 older adults, daily multivitamin use slowed cognitive aging by 2 years. Improvements in episodic memory performance were even more striking, equivalent to 5 years of preserved memory function. A larger meta-analysis of over 5,000 individuals across 3 trials confirmed these effects, showing consistent gains in global cognition and memory compared to placebo. These findings are especially relevant given that the most Americans have insufficient intake of multiple essential micronutrients. The multivitamin used in the study was not exotic. It contained 20 essential vitamins and minerals, along with the carotenoids lutein and lycopene, which are known to accumulate in the brain and retina and influence cognitive and visual function. I love her so much. I know she's married with kids, but it doesn't matter. I still love her. Crypto Queens is a good explanation in terms of FHE. We're having a quick discussion about it on the Shibarium developers Telegram group. Cool beans, Crypto Queen, cool beans. Heather of VeVe says, making my submission for the addiction contest, and I'm absolutely tickled pink with how adorable these turned out. Not sure what they are, but they do look good. God, I'm so hungry. Is it worth having kids in this world? Probably. Not for me, but others seem to find great happiness with it, as long as y'all are decent parents. Bro, there was this one dude that I served with, and I don't know if he was like messing with me or trolling with me or being delusional. Now, he himself was a person, and I don't even remember his name, but I remember the conversation. He had a kid, and we're talking about just his future, the kid's future, whatever. And he's just like, no, he's not dating until he's 20. He's going to go into the military. He's going to go to college. I was like, bro, if you're going to tell him not, like, you're going to expect like a 15, 16-year-old, like, not to date. I was like, listen, like, and I flat out told him, like, that was tried on me. That did not work. And it did not end out well for the people that tried to instill those rules. It just didn't. And he's just like, well, that's you, but I'm gonna control my kid. I'm military dad. I was like, you can try. If you have kids, encourage, never discourage. And fudge, man, like, don't lock your kid in a room and throw away the key. That is not going to work out for you. I promise it's not. Anywho, Memes at War saying, win a Memes at War polo. Be the first to ever wear this Adidas Memes at War polo. It's a high quality polo. Okay, that's fine. Neil deGrasse Tyson says, some cast shade on celebs getting launched into space. For the dawn of flight, we saw same phenomenon. Rich, famous people flew on the first airplanes, attracting media, investors, innovation, birthing our system. Oh yeah, Katy Perry went on this, right? Yeah, I don't know who anyone else is, but I do know Katy Perry. Love her. On the Blue Dragon. Yeah, very, very nice. Very nice. Is that it? Okay. Let's do VeVe just posted, re-quoting VeVe, official emoji space. They do seem to be promoting some peeps over there. So let's we can go on for another 13 minutes here. We'll get to 2 hours. We'll get to 2 hours, and then we'll check on Definity. So it's up 0.98% today. So it's up 1%. Let's take a look at how OMI has been doing. I think it was down quite a bit before, but still at the same place in which I expected from yesterday, 2 days ago. Yeah, still 00020. Probably fine to get down here. Now, granted, you could see like another, 40, 50% decrease in here. It's still at a $50, $60 million market cap. Or it's the bottom and then it goes, 10x pretty quickly. Who knows? We don't know. Let's take a look at go to the DEVVE. Yeah, it's down to about 66, 67 cents right now. It's been as high as 72 cents today, been as low as 65.96. $58 million market cap. Give me some other ones. Oh, no one's commented in a while. Have we lost? Yeah, all right. We're gonna get this bread then. I want to go eat some food because I'm very, very hungry. And I have a lot of stuff to get back to. Everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you. Do you ever feel like a misfit? Everything inside.